My name is Daniel, and I just discovered that my private life has been a public performance for internet strangers, judged and scored by the person I trust most. I have been with my girlfriend Zoe for 2 years. We live together. I thought we were solid, happy, planning a future. I was wrong in a way I could never have imagined. Last night, I was using our shared laptop to look up a recipe. A Reddit tab was already open. I recognized the subreddit immediately. It was one of those popular relationship advice forums. I was about to close it when I saw the username. It was a variation of Zoe's gamer tag, something only I would recognize. My curiosity turned to dread. The title of the post was Rate My Boyfriend 28 Million Objectively, Be Brutally Honest. My heart sank into my stomach. I started reading. The post was a detailed, clinical breakdown of our relationship and me as a person. She had listed pros and cons like she was reviewing a used car. The pros included things like stable job, accountant, good hygiene, pays bills on time, adequate in bed, does not cause drama. It was complimentary in the driest, most impersonal way possible. The cons section felt like a series of gut punches. Ambition beyond his 9 tolerance 5, fashion sense is stuck in 2015, can be boring on weekends, just wants to watch movies, not close with his family, red flag, earns less than my last boyfriend, has never traveled internationally, seems content with our small town life. But the worst part was the comments. Hundreds of them, and she was actively engaging, agreeing with the most critical ones. When someone wrote, he sounds like a placeholder, a safe bet until something better comes along, she replied, oof, that hit hard. Maybe. When another said, the adequate in bed line says it all, you're settling, she posted a crying laughing emoji and wrote, it's not terrible, just predictable. She discussed our most private arguments, framing herself as the long-suffering rational one and me as the emotionally stunted partner. She asked strangers if she should push for an engagement this year or cut her losses. The consensus from her online jury was that she could do better. I felt like I had been hollowed out. The woman I shared a bed with, whose family I spent holidays with, saw me as a list of mediocre attributes to be evaluated by a committee of anonymous users. The intimacy of our relationship was just data for her to crowdsource. I waited for her to come home from her book club, the post still open on the screen. When she walked in, smiling, I just pointed at the laptop. Care to explain this? Her smile vanished. Her face went pale. You went through my stuff. It was open on our shared computer. Is that really your concern right now? My voice was eerily calm. She tried to deflect. It was just a silly post. I was curious. It doesn't mean anything. Adequate in bed, lacks ambition, telling strangers you're selling. That doesn't mean anything. It was just for perspective, she cried, terror starting. Sometimes you need outside opinions. You're taking it all out of context. The context, I said, is that you don't respect me. You don't respect our privacy. You value the opinions of people who don't know me over the reality of our relationship. We're literally asking them if you should leave me. The fight that followed was explosive. She accused me of violating her privacy and overreacting. She said all couples have doubts and she was just venting. I told her venting is telling your best friend over coffee, not broadcasting a humiliating critique to 500,000 people and agreeing with comments that tear me down. Now she's sighing in the guest room. Part of me wants to comfort her, but a larger part feels a deep, fundamental betrayal. The trust is shattered. I feel like an idiot for every future I imagined every time I told her I loved her. I was just a pros and cons list, and the cons were winning. My friends are split. Some say she was way out of line and it's a massive breach of trust. Others say it was a dumb, thoughtless mistake and I should forgive her, that everyone looks for validation online sometimes. But this feels different. It feels like I found the secret, honest transcript of her thoughts about me, and it is devastating. So I have to ask AITA for being furious and reconsidering our entire relationship after finding my girlfriend's Rate My Boyfriend post on Reddit.